What do you do when you have a pile of bullets and a whole lot of empty magazines? What's the best way to put all your bullets into your magazines? That's the question we have here today on Blazing Bullets. We have a great idea for anybody that wants to try out Lula's. We've got a lot of speedloaders, and I've tried a lot. I've tried H&K. I've tried different varieties and brands of speedloaders, but I found these Lulas to be the best. They make one for every size that you can imagine, and they can get you some price, but I mean, they're not too badly priced, depending on how many different weapons you have. But if you ever try putting a whole lot of these 5.56s into a magazine, that point on those things just kill your fingers. So today we're going to show you how to use the Lulas. There's all different names to them. You got the Up Lula, and they're all made by Mag Lula. So today we're going to show you how to do that.
Thanks for joining in today to Blazing Bullets. I'm not really a person to endorse products really too much unless it's something that I believe in, and I like to save time in anything that I do, especially if it's something that's cost effective. And when you go to the range, and especially on a cold day when your fingers are all dry and like mine, they crack pretty much all year round, you don't really want to catch your fingers on the end of these feed lips on magazines, or maybe the pointy tips on a 5.56 or 308 or 7.62 by 39, and that's where the Mag Lula Up Lula loaders come in. It's going to set you back a little bit. Prices vary, but you can generally expect for something like the pistol loader here to cost you around the neighborhood of 30 bucks or so, maybe a little more. And we love them, and we have actually bought quite a few of them. I'll start just by showing you how they work here. They're pretty simple. Right now it's in the lock position. To unlock it, you just pull it up, you put it on your magazine. It depends on how the magazine is structured, but on the AK magazines, this is a PMag by the way, these are awesome. It's got a little...
They are awesome.
They are. It's got a little locking lug on the back here, and you have to make sure that that goes in first to the locking lug spot on the back of the Mag Lula. And after you get that in, you slide it in the front here, and it'll lock in place. Now, it won't drop off on you. And you got to make sure that you push the feed lip or ramp down here on the mag. So you'll just push it down, take a bullet, drop it right in, and push the lever back here, and you're ready to seat in the next one. And you guys might not think that it saves you a whole bunch of time, but when you get good with it, and I forgot to push it back down again, when you get good with it, you can do quite a few and not such a big amount of time. And I'm not going to bore you guys with loading the entire thing because we want to show you some other ones here without making a 30-minute video, but it's awesome. And as soon as you're done, slide it up off of the front first. Whoop. Actually, it doesn't really matter how you do it, but I usually slide it off the back. And
these things actually work in reverse as well. You can actually take the rounds out of the magazine.
Oh yeah, let's show them that.
You can actually take the rounds out of the magazine as well. As well as putting them in there, it actually takes them out as well.
Now, I usually keep my magazines loaded with self-defense rounds, and when I go to the range, I used to have to sit there for a really long time pulling bullets out, and it can be kind of a pain. So, one cool thing that the Mag Lula loaders do is let you drop out rounds really easy, and I'll show you that here.
And it's really fast. All those rounds just pop right out of there.
Yep. And when you're about to head to the range and you got a ton of these loaded, and you got as many magazines as we got, that definitely saves you a whole bunch of time. Time is money.
And fingers.
And fingers, for sure.
Especially out in the cold. You ever done that? Anyone ever bang their fingers in the cold, you know it's not a real healthy feeling.
Yeah, we're not macho men here. We like to save our fingers. So, you can use these on any magazine that it's rated for. It should fit. This is a 5.56 mag Lula loader, and this one is slightly different. It doesn't have the hole in the back, but you slide this on, and you got to make sure that it locks into this little spot right here, and it clicked into place, and also won't drop on you. And same thing.
That's a 40 round magazine, by the way.
Yeah, 40 round PMag. Slide the lever.
And obviously he's showing you from the front way, so it's a little bit more difficult to flip them in.
Yeah, usually when I do this and I'm not trying to make it go in camera, I'll hold it kind of upside down like this, and the rounds just drop right in.
In the same way with this one, you can actually rack the rounds right back out of there again.
Yep,
very
and
quickly.
This releases a little bit differently. Instead of pulling it up from the back, you just pull up on this little lever here, and that unlocks it. But same thing as the other one. If you want to unload the rounds, boom,
they come right out.
Done. Now the next loader that we got, it's the same basic thing, but I'll demonstrate this one for you as well. This is the one for the 308. Locks in the same spot.
AR-10 or 762 by 51.
Yep.
NATO rounds.
Oh, that's 5.56. This is 308.
It's a 308 Winchester round.
Same basic thing, and in fact this loads even nicer because the rounds are so big.
Yeah.
Same thing, when you want to unload, back and forth on the handle here. Oh, I got a round caught. And this one's actually caught. That's the magazine's fault, not the loader's. Next one that I want to show you guys, this one is for a 22 380.
From 380 to 22. It'll take any magazine from that range.
One issue that I've found with these, and I actually just found it before the video, is that if your 22 magazine has a little lever here to make it easier to load rounds, which I found a lot do, the bottom of the Mag Lula will actually try to push that lever down, which shouldn't be a problem, but let's see if I can demonstrate it here. If you do it wrong, and I think I just did it, yep, it'll actually drop the bullet down into the magazine, and we all know that bullets shouldn't load straight up in the air. This isn't, like I said, this isn't a fault of the loader, it's actually a magazine issue, but any magazine that doesn't have like a little speed loading lever.
That's a Ruger SR22 magazine. And it already has like a little lever on the side that you can actually use to pull down the feed ramp. Yeah,
they're actually pretty easy. I don't usually use any kind of speed loader for this or anything. It's just so easy with the lever, and there's not much spring tension or anything. But it is available, and like I said, you can use these for 380. Anything single stack 380, this would definitely come in handy for. And if any of you guys are familiar with Glock speed loaders, I am not a fan of these. I don't know anybody who is. I don't know why they even give you these with the pistol anymore. I guess as a way to maybe compete with Springfield, who offers a lot of things in their boxes. But I don't know if it's my problem, but I have found these are pretty much half impossible to use. When you push them down and go to drop in a round, and I'm pushing on that all the way, it doesn't want to seat right. It doesn't want to go in, and I hate them. I never used them at all, and I've used a couple speed loaders in the past, and we came once again to the Mag Lula loader. This one, the lock is a little bit different. You push up and
it springs open.
And these work for anything 9mm to 45, single or double stack. It makes loading Glock mags especially extremely easy. I usually just get a couple in my hand, as many as I can usually fit, and just drop them straight in. And this works best when you're doing it on a table, so you have something steady to push down on. And it's just awesome. Now with the 9mm to 45 one, you don't have that capability to take them out really fast, but that's just the nature of the pistol mag. That has nothing to do with the loader itself. And as you can see, 13 rounds, no problem.
Pretty quickly.
It also works with single stack mags, like this is the XDS 45 magazine. Alright guys, sorry about that. I guess that's what happens when you live in a technologically advanced society and you start texting each other on the phone from one floor up. That was his wife, my mom. So anyways, back to the video. This works great on single stack magazines as well. Here we have the Springfield XDS 45 mag, and it works just the same. Now you do have a little extra wiggle room back and forth, but it's not a problem. We'll load all 5 FMJ rounds I got here.
This saves your finger, and if you ever got a brand new magazine that's really stiff,
especially that last round. That last round is always the killer. This is a regular XD mag. This also holds 13, like the Glock 23 of 9mm. And
that's a smaller one. It actually has a 15 round magazine, but this is the 13 round.
Yeah, and this loads just like a dream, especially when you have a magazine that, like we said, that's really new, really stiff. A lot of the times, you know, you might not like to admit it to save your ego, but loading a bunch at the range, that last round is a killer. And I mean, you just save yourself so much effort. This is the last round in this mag, and this gun has been shot quite a few times, and it's still pretty stiff. Got it in, but it's still pretty stiff. There's no macho involved in it. You know, I know a lot of people try not to use things like this because they don't want to maybe admit defeat, but hey, I'm okay with it. We're fine with it.
They work the same way too. You can actually pull the rounds out with these Lulas. You just take the round underneath the round that you want out of there, push it down, push this in like this, and then flick it right out.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it sound like you couldn't take the rounds out, but it's not really as easy as it is with the rifle ones. But I'll show you how you could do it. You seat it under the round, push down, and this last round is going to be tight.
He's showing you from the opposite direction too. So
it's kind of hard from the opposite direction. But that last round, it's because that last round's stiff. But if you push down on it hard enough, it should just drop right out. I'll take a couple out, make it easier. Doing this backwards is kind of difficult, but yeah, it works much easier with less spring tension. It works, but I don't really kind of like doing this because I'm always thinking, especially with my self-defense rounds, that this ramp, when you push on it, is going to scrape the rounds up, and I try keeping my rounds nice, but it does work. If you do it at the range, who cares if you scratch up your FMJ rounds? But like we said, the Lula loaders, these things are awesome. We dig them. Unless something better comes along, which I don't see happening in the near future, we're going to keep using them, and you should see a lot more of them in the future. So buy you guys some of these. We think you'll definitely enjoy them. Thanks for tuning in today to Blazing Bullets. Please leave your comments, please subscribe, please like the video. If you digged it, share it on social media, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Be safe.